I'm Josh from Skid Pro. Today we're going to take a look at our heavy-duty tree shear. Tree shear is a great tool for handling the 4-inch to 12-inch trees, removing them quickly, clearing paths. It can be a real handy tool on the farm, cleaning fence rows. Well, as with most attachments, where do we want to start? I always like to look at design and construction and overall durability. This unit's north of 750 pounds. It's built very heavy. We got our push bar here, 2.5-inch round pipe. The mesh is a 1/4 inch. It's got good visibility with large holes cut in it, but it's a 1/4 inch steel, much stronger than a wire mesh and some of the other lighter duty push bars you see out there in the market on other tree shears. Then when we go to the frame and the body, we're down in here in the gussets. We're looking at 3/4 and 5/8 inch gussets. That keeps this center part strong. It ties the head to the attach plate essentially in the push bar. Then we get down into the real working mechanisms of the shear. Well, where do we want to start there? Probably the blade. The blade's an AR 400 abrasion resistant steel. It's the hardest tensile steel you can have. It's a 1-inch thick blade and it's double beveled top and bottom. Some of the blades out there are a double shear design, and when they wear over time, and all blades wear, even our AR 400 will wear over time, when they start to wear they don't make that clean cut anymore. That's one of the reasons I really like that single shear design. It's more economical because there's only one cylinder, and you get that blade to pass right through the jaws, and so even as this blade wears you make a really nice clean cut. Right here above the blade you can see we've got what we call a splitter wedge. That splitter wedge essentially makes the blade thicker. As the blade cuts, then that splitter wedge pushes and stretches out that tree, putting tension, allowing the blade to cut faster and do a cleaner cut as well. That splitter wedge is oversized on ours. It's almost the entire blade surface area. It's 11 inches by 6 inches deep, and it's 3/4 inches tall, and it's top and bottom. So that's an extra 1.5 inches of blade width we're essentially forcing through there to help make a cleaner cut. Not only does it increase the tension as the blade is going through the tree, but that splitter wedge helps to make that tree always fall to the right. So as you're in the operator cab, that tree will always fall to the right and downhill, whichever direction that is, as you make that cut. So we also have an industry-leading 14.5-inch opening on that tree shear. So that allows you to take some bigger softwoods and take them with multiple snips, and it also allows you to just easier to get that tree into the jaws. There's no hook or anything that gets in the way out here. It's nice and clean. You just drive into your tree and make that cut. The serrations hold that tree as the blade cuts it. Well, when it comes to forcing that blade through in that big splitter wedge, we need a strong cylinder. So it's a 5x12 by 3500 psi cylinder. That's where we get our force and that large 12-inch cutting capacity. We get a lot of questions on cycle time. How fast can that blade go in and out? Well, on this machine, the overall cycle time is less than 8 seconds. It's about 7.5 seconds. And one of the nice things that we did to help make your productivity in the field faster is it takes actually about 5 seconds for that blade to shut or close, because that's where all the power is coming from. So we want to maximize that power of that cylinder. But then to open them up, we allow more oil through, and it actually only takes about 2 seconds to open back up. So that unique feature alone is going to really improve your productivity, because we cut the opening in half as far as the cycle time goes. Maintenance on the tree shear is very easy. We have greasable pivot points on all pivot locations. That includes the 3-inch diameter jaw pivot pin here, and it includes the 5-inch head rotation pivot pin right here. This tree shear has the hydraulic rotation option. It's a great option. You can make all the adjustments from vertical to horizontal cutting in the cab. Right here we've got a nice box, a cover that protects the valve and the hose routing. The valve block is in there in the solenoid. That means this is an electric over hydraulic control, so anytime we add the rotation, we have the rotation and the jaws, we need to add the electric over hydraulic controls. No matter what your machine is, Bobcat brand, John Deere, Caterpillar, it doesn't matter. We can get you with the controls that'll work in your machine.